Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Crew Call. My name is Jimmy Hayes Nelson. I'm the founder of the Crew and stoked to be your host for the evening, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. And I hope you've had an amazing week. It's been a very active week on the Crew wall. It's been awesome to watch you guys take care of one another, lead one another, encourage, kicks in the pants where there need to be kicks in the pants, hugs and loves where there need to be hugs and loves, and most of all, just that you guys are continuing to deliver hope and encourage people that need to hear our message every single day. And the fact that you guys are showing up daily is just a testament to you guys and this team and what we're all about. I love the fact that we're off and running with Team Cup. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We have a very special guest with us tonight, and this guy may be one of the smartest coaches I know. And what I'm going to do is, if you're already familiar with Jason, if you heard Jason speak before, I'm just going to invite you in the Q&A box to pop in questions to me, or while you're hearing him speak here in a little bit, if you have Q&A. We are going to have to cut this call just a little short, so we're going to try to get it done before the top of the hour. But I definitely want to reserve some time for Q&A. And, if we run over, maybe we can rebook Jason a little bit later down the road. So let's get to it. I want to get to our recognition. We had a lot of names to get to, so I may speed through this a little quicker than normal. But at the same time, you guys deserve to be recognized. And the way we do that, if you're a new Crew coach, welcome. If this is your first call, maybe you're just now plugging back in, you're deciding to reactivate. We always acknowledge our top volume leaders from the previous week. These numbers are an individual's personal team volume. So everything in our store has a PV, a personal volume to it, and a team volume to it that really benefits the entire team. Those are the numbers that we're looking at here. And if you don't completely understand those numbers, it's okay. The reason we recognize these people isn't because they're the best salesmen or they have the best pitch, but it's just because they're the people out there investing in new people every week and learning more about them, forming them, finding out where their needs are in life, and then helping them to a solution that is represented by one of our programs or products. That's really why we do that. So let's get to it. The Crew 200 Club. These are the people whose team volumes are between 200 and 299. Constance, Josh, Michael, Jessica, Kathleen, Andy, Julia, Jennifer, Justin, Lacey, Kobe, Eric, Adrian, Brandy, Tara, Tim, Christy, Chris, Jack, Casey, Dan, Carla, Rochelle, and Chris. That's a lot of names. Thank you very much for your service and your work and your willingness to go help and impact other people. Congratulations to the Crew 200. Crew 300. David, Yanelba, Kristen, Leslie, Stephen, Beverly, Christy, Christina, and Jamie. Crew 300 clubs. We're talking multiple products there usually. And that means you're out there doing what we ask you to do every week. Not to be, have to over and above and go crazy, but just that constant, little, consistent activity over time. And you guys are showing up and getting the recognition you deserve. The Crew 400, we have Mandy Casey, Mary Schrank, me and my second CBC, and Andrew Kinsis. Congratulations to the Crew 400 Club. Now we start getting to the big boys. Crew 500 and 999 Club. We got John, we got Michelle, Jamil, Tulin, Cherie, Shannon, and Vic. Congratulations. That is awesome. 500 to 999 Club. Anybody that's 500 and above, obviously you are eligible to join me once a month on the Crew 500 and Up webinar, where I answer questions and I'm at your disposal for an hour. So congratulations to this crew. And then back at the top, it's been a little while since we've seen him up on top, King Cobes. Welcome back, Kobe Linder, in a combined CBCs of 1320 for a good week last week. And that's really amazing. And I just love to see when our leaders lead by example. Kobe's a vital part of this team. You guys know him, love him. You watch his hair color and his hairstyle change constantly. And it's really awesome to see you up there, Kobe. So congratulations, my friend. Let's talk Success Club. We're still early in the month, but not that early. What's today? It's the 7th. Happy birthday to my cousin, John Hayes. If you haven't wished John a happy birthday today on the Crew wall, please take a minute to, or on his Facebook wall. But we always are shooting by hitting Success Club by the 10th of the month. So we're not quite there to the 10th yet, guys. But I'm going to really encourage you, especially with Team Cup going on right now, that you really attack the first part of this month. It's always easier if you can create some momentum early and keep rolling throughout the month instead of waiting till the 15th or waiting till the 20th, the 25th, and then you're panicked because you're like, oh my gosh, I got 2 days to make Success Club and I don't have anybody in the pipeline. So as long as you're doing those daily activities, that Power of 5 we talk about every week, you're doing those daily activities. Maybe it hasn't shown up as Success Club points yet, but keep doing it. Keep reaching out to new people. It's going to show up, guys. So congratulations to Tulin and Chase, Brandy, Kobe, Solange, me, Jamil, and Mary for being on the board. I know months that we have seen 30 and 40 people hitting Success Club. That's possible. We have some great promotions that we're going to remind you about here in a second. It's Team Cup, so you should be in there working with your team. I'm going to talk about that here in just a second before we get to Jason as well. Remember, Success Club, specifically for you newer coaches, they have the Success Club Starters Program now. It's such an amazing program. I wish they'd have had this when I first became a coach. You make Success Club in your first month. You get an amazing call that you get to be on with our CEO, Carl Deichler. Second month, you get even more recognition in the back office and on a call. And third month, you make it 3 straight months, you get a ticket to Summit, which is amazing. Everyone should already be registered for Summit anyway. If you're serious about building this business, successful coaches go to Summit. So even if you're a new coach, I'm going to encourage you and challenge you to go ahead, go to CoachSummit2013.com and go ahead and sign up. And then make Success Club starters because they're going to refund you that ticket. But either way, you need to be there if you're really serious about doing that. If you're just kind of dipping a toe and you're like, maybe that's not for you. But the people that want to be successful with this, who want to serve the most people, want to impact lives, get to Summit. And that's all I know. And I know that I've been every year, and it's just done tremendous amounts of benefit to my business, to my physical, what kind of shape I'm in, and my business, and how many people I'm able to impact as well. Let's say hello to our brand new crew coaches. I'm going to butcher names because I do it every week, but we're going to roll through these anyway. Kristen Sproli, Catherine Carroll, Candy Munguia. We'll go with that until you send it to me phonetically or make a video and tell me how to pronounce your name on the crew wall. Chad X, Michael Cox, Linda Valdez, Casey Domino, Brendan Foster, Delaney Cummins, Angela Brinson, Jeremy Ashcraft, Ray Lynn Nielsen, and Don Tweeden. Congratulations and welcome to the crew. We're so honored to have you a part of what we're doing, our mission to end the trend of obesity, to impact lives. So welcome. And obviously you have a sponsor coach that cares very deeply about you if they pointed you to be here tonight as well. So give them a big thank you as well. Top recruiters this week, Michelle Kellogg and Wade Lamping. Congratulations to both of you, both diamond coaches here on the crew. So that with that show, that even though they're diamond coaches, star diamond coaches in Michelle's case, that they're still leading the way. They're still recruiting, that there doesn't become a point where you stop recruiting, where you stop inviting others to join us in this amazing opportunity. And Jason's actually going to touch on that tonight, which I'm really excited to hear about. Remember, the first Thursday of the month, Crew Diamonds, we get to hang out. It's been rescheduled to 10:15 because of my travel schedule, but I really look forward to our times together. So if you're striving for Diamond, that's just another benefit of being in Diamond is to do it. I get to do a hangout where we talk about leadership stuff. And again, just kind of these little chiropractic tweak sessions as well. Third Thursday of every month, as I mentioned before, if you made the Crew 500 and plus for the entire month, we do one big hangout with everybody that's made 500 plus and up that month. And you can bring me your questions. We can look at things. If you want to talk genealogy, we want to talk business, we want to talk money, we want to talk promotions, ideas you have. I am totally I am your guinea pig for that as well. October promotions. These are bananas, guys. And I've shared this story before. When I first bought P90X, it cost me over $220. The fact that you can get P90X and Shakeology for $180 right now is ridiculous. But you have to remind the people that you're talking to what the value is. Everybody loves a good sale, but they don't know they're getting a sale unless you let them know. Normally, all of this together would be well over $300. Right now, we're offering a coupon for those people that are willing to step up. Get started right now for $180 to be, instead of putting on 20 pounds for the holidays, let's help you lose 10, 20 pounds this holiday season. Let's help you do something now so you can enjoy those holiday parties, so you don't have to starve yourself. Halloween's around the corner. Do you want to look hot in your costume? There's so many reasons people would want to get in shape right now. People are getting back in school. They're back in a routine. Kids are back in school. People want to be in a routine now in the fall. This is such a hot time to help people get started for the holidays. So P90X, P90X2 challenge packs on sale for $180. And this is prepping everybody for the launch of P90X3 December 10th. Team Cup. Hopefully everybody's on a Cup team. We're off and running. What I'm going to really encourage you is if you're on a team and you're like, man, I'm really not checking in with them every day, or you're really not taking advantage of this opportunity to work with people and stay engaged, stay accountable to people, look at these numbers. And we shared these numbers last week as well, that why a Team Cup is vital to the growth of your business, that the rank advancement for participants shot up to 10% over 0.8%. And just look at the income of April, May, June, and July of $42 all the way up to $514. $45 if they didn't participate, up to $557. So if you're not thrilled with your checks right now and you're not engaged in your Cup team, that's up to you. You can totally engage right now and do that. If you missed the deadline to be on a Cup team, but you're like, I would still love to work with a group of 5 and in a small group, that I love the crew wall, but it's really big. I'd love to work in a smaller group with some accountability. Let us know on the crew wall. Put it out there. I'm sure a team will adopt you and allow you to just participate with them, even if you're not officially on the team. And teams, I'm going to really encourage you to scoop up some of these orphans and help them off and running. I know we have some coaches out there that are actually running their Cup teams in tandem, which I think is a great idea as well. Also, one other slide I wanted to share with you guys is they shared this with this. I think it was actually shared at Super Saturdays. I know it was shared at Leadership, but there's 3 ways to earn $900 extra for the holidays. So right now, where you're out introducing our business to people, this is a great way to show them, if you know people that are already doing our programs, our products, maybe just people that you know are already influential in other people's lives, to ask them, hey, would an extra $900 in your pocket help with this holiday season? Instead of having to grab that credit card and build the more debt, what if you had extra $900 to take that trip to visit the family, for gifts, for whatever? But if you look at that top one, 3 $205 challenge packs, there's the commission. And then if you did that you did 3 challenge packs each month with the HD that's going to roll over because everybody's going to stay on their Shakeology, that's $900 extra. The second one there, 5 new Shake HD sales. So what would be a way to do that? Maybe I find 5 people that are already doing P90X or Insanity or one of our programs, but they don't know about Shakeology or they're struggling with it. So maybe it isn't a challenge pack. You can go find 5 people doing P90X or Insanity on Instagram or Twitter tonight that aren't working with a coach, that don't have a support system, and they know nothing about Shakeology, and they're struggling with the nutrition, and they're like, I'm sweating and I'm working and I'm not losing weight, and they're frustrated, and they're waiting for you to bring a solution to them. There's another one. And then the third one there is $360 challenge packs, 1 new Shake HD, and just repeat that month after month. Guys, it's really, it's super simple. And if somebody, I think Brandy, if one of the Martins is on here, if y'all do such a great job of reposting some of these slides, if you want to take a picture of that, repost on the crew wall. I'm sure there's lots of people that you would love to keep this in your phone. I think it'd be a great sharing tool and just a great tool for yourself to see what's possible this holiday season. So I'm going to find our special guest, make him a panelist, and see if I can make him a panelist here. Make him a panelist. All right, Jason, when you should see on that dashboard on the right there, if you go to webcam, you should have an option to share your webcam. I'm going to unmute you here. And I don't see a camera on. Can you hear me audio-wise? All right, I can't hear you just yet. I'm going to give him just a second. But give him a little intro while we're hoping that he pops on here. I've known Jason since before I was a coach, so over 6 years. And we actually were buddies on the message boards back in the day. So if you've heard my story before and you've heard how there was the message boards early on, way before there was coaching, before there was really social media or Facebook or anything like that, there was these message boards. There he is. There were these message boards that we could come to. It was basically like early challenge groups before we ever had challenge groups. And all I knew Jason as, I knew him as Puckhead on the boards. That was his screen name. He was a big hockey guy. I was living in New York City, and we've become really great friends. And it's been amazing to watch Jason's business grow and watch him grow as a leader. He is a king of personal development. He will tell you. He went away again. I'm sure he'll share a bit about the role personal development has played in his career. But he has an enormous team, organization of over 14,000 coaches. He's been elite multiple years. He's been top coach before. He's a combined 16-star diamond coach. He's a member of the Millionaires Club. And there he is again on the webinar. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my friend, Mr. Puckhead himself, Mr. Jason Diebold. How are you, my friend? Oh, wait. I can see you. Can't hear you yet. It says not connected to audio. Why does that say not? Oh, wait, hold on. Now talk. Try that again.
Testing?
Yes.
Testing?
All right. Love technology. Welcome to the crew call, my friend. Thank you for taking the time tonight.
Awesome. Yeah, no problem. I love to contribute and give back. And like Jimmy says, we've known each other for years. I mean, what's your coach number, Jimmy?
2331.
2331, and mine is 2193. So it's like we came in this business so close together, and it's neat that we've grown and developed and become better and better friends all the way through it. So pretty cool and neat. Oh, I see you get the slide up over there. I also put some slides together on my website, which is just at jasondiebold.com. And then I made a page for speeches and crew call.
Oh,
There's
nice.
some slides up there if you want to click through them as we go. And I just want to commend all you guys for being part of the crew. The crew seems like it's such a great team and a great thing to be part of. I know all the leaders there. Tommy Migrant, Mike Ryan, Kobe, Jimmy Hayes Nelson. The whole team are just really great guys that want to make your business improve. As much as they're looking out for their own. So really neat group to be part of. So when I talked to Jimmy earlier, and we only got about half an hour already, he said what he wanted to talk about, or what he really wanted to achieve in this call, is to help more people like rank advance and sponsor coaches. Well, sponsor coaches and therefore rank advance. I didn't know I was going to be on like picture. I would have just fancied.
No, you just keep it real, man. They show you show them what your work environment is, man, right?
I did have to switch cameras though. That other camera angle is pretty messy. The maid is off. So why is sponsorship important? Did you pull up the website there? Did you find it?
Yeah, I can do that and share the screen. Hold on a second.
Yeah. That way it goes on the recording. I mean, everybody else can also go to the website if they need to, but just jasondiebold.com, and the newest post should say crew call down towards the bottom, crew call. And I don't think there's a image for it. It's just up there, featured image. But while he's doing that, a couple things come up. As good as Summit is and as good as Super Saturday is, when we come away from these events, a lot of times I think our priorities are skewed. So you might go to an event like this and come away thinking, well, what's most important in my business? And if you're strictly speaking from recognition, yeah, there you go. So I just kind of show the slides as we go away. That's good right there.
Okay.
When you come away from Summit, you might come away with thinking these things are your top priorities. Because these are the things that get the most recognition on stage, right? And you want to be on stage, you want to be famous, you want to get the notoriety. So you might think, well, I want to become a 15-star diamond coach. You think that, well, I want to go on this top coach trip because I get to go ride a bike through Europe. And I want to be an elite coach, because they get up on stage and get these cool medals. And all those things are great and fine, especially good for a new coach. But is that necessarily the best way to build your business? So I think a lot of people in the business struggle with having an income goal. Although we all have them somewhere in the back of our mind, and the idea of an income goal is great, because you need to have income so you can spend more time doing this business so you can help more people. So indirectly, even if you have an income goal, it's about helping more people. So a lot of what I like to do then is a lot of people say, well, I want to make this much money or I want to make that much money. And I think a number that most people can agree with when they're getting started off with is to shoot for $1,000 a week. So like the next slide on there, Jimmy, it shows the $1,000 a week paycheck, like one of my first. Can you actually click on that one? And I think we can just go back and forth then.
I don't think it's not making any bigger or anything.
Okay, well that's fine. On this check, and it's going to be a little bit hard for you to see, but it is something to look at, so kind of cool. When you look at that check and it comes up to be $1,000 total, the breakdown is pretty significant. So there was like $60 that week in subscriptions, which means I had 2 people that did subscriptions. And I'm looking at the first one, not the one with the arrows right now. Matching bonus was $60. Commissions was only about $60. And then the vast majority of the money that went towards $1,000 was $925 for team bonus. So when you look at those numbers, the vast majority, in this case 92%, came from team cycle bonus. So it's great getting started in this business. Everybody can earn money through commissions, and that's the quickest, easiest way to build money right off the bat. But long term, if you do have an income goal, what I've seen is that most coaches build the long-term sustainable income from that team cycle bonus. And then the next slide right there, Jim, just shows percentage breakdowns on an even larger check. That was at $2,500 a month.
Oh, there we go.
Skip down. Oh, okay. Now you should be able to go next.
Oh, here we go. What?
Okay, click one more forward.
No, those only 2 it's giving me the option of.
Yeah, that's weird. All right. So just go back to the pictures.
Here?
Yeah. That's all you see on there? Okay, you have to update the page. I'm sorry. Just hit refresh. Now you should get some more pictures on there. This is a real-time event, people.
There we go. Here we go.
Okay, so the next slide there is really just showing what Emerald is. Well,
see if this.
So what? Yeah. I'm not sure if I see the slide that I'm looking for right now. Should have been right after my picture, but you've got an update going on. Go try to. No.
It didn't like that. I can sell this one. And that's a weekly. That's $10,000 a month right there, correct?
Yeah, $2,500 a week was something that we did in leadership. Well, so what I want to recommend now, and actually I guess there's not a slide showing up for this, is what maybe your recommended priority should be. Because yes, recognition is nice to achieve, but if you're not making any money, then you can't afford to do this long term. So I give away what I would say are my recommended priorities. So the first one for that is, number one is that we want to help people. That's why we all got started in this business, and I'm definitely including myself in that. So I want to help myself and others get fit, make money, and just the confidence building process. So that by far that's priority number one. Priority number two, and I think that this is the set thing that you need to do month after month, which is why Jimmy gives recognition at the beginning of the call for this, is Success Club 5 or 10. And really, if you look at my success or Jimmy's success, that really just comes from doing the basics in this business over and over again. If you ask me, if you want the short version of this call tonight, the 2 things that I think that I've done that have made me most successful is consistency and duration. So by doing Success Club month after month after month, that's the minimum amount that you need to do to build, one of these great businesses down the road. So priority 2, Success Club. Priority 3 now is you need to make money at this business. And again, that goes back to, we need to make money so that we have more time to do it so we can help more people. And like that or not, from the checks that we've just shown on the screen, the majority of the money that we make in this business long term comes from building a team and building team volume. The fourth priority that I give, and I think this is weird because a lot of times people strive for this one first, is rank. Because if you're a 10-star diamond, but yet you don't have a lot of volume on your team, yes, there's a lot of recognition that comes from it, but you're not necessarily achieving a lot more money. So that's why I kind of put that priority left at 4. And then for 5 and 6, then I would just kind of group together some of these contests, the trips, awards, and star diamond bonuses. And a lot of people question, well, why do you put star diamond bonus last as a last priority? And I think it's really because of the wording. Like, a star diamond bonus should really be a bonus. And I know a lot of people that their income is low, so they want to be a 10-star or 15-star so they can get that star diamond bonus. But then they're really counting on that, make a mortgage payment or a car payment. I don't really want to see anybody get in that situation. So that's kind of my list of priorities. Now, what are the advantages of rank advancements? And number 1, your team cycle bonus goes up every time you rank advance. If you're a new coach on this call, you don't make any money during the week until you get up to the emerald. Oh, great! Now you're showing the emerald slide. So until you're emerald, showing up there green with one blue coach on each side, you can't make any money in team cycle bonus. And we just saw team cycle bonus is the best way to make money in the business. Now, if you move up to ruby, so this would be the next slide there, Jim. Hopefully, if they're in order. There you go, ruby. So now, if you're at ruby, and that just means that you've helped 2 coaches become emerald, and then you've sponsored another 2 coaches. Now your team cycle bonus moves up to $16 per week. So from emerald, you can make 14 per team cycle. For ruby, you can make 16, and then go back one slide, and they show diamond. Now you can make $18 per cycle. So that might only sound like a couple dollars difference, but this is one of the reasons that you want to go up in rank, because your individual team cycle bonuses goes up, and the more and more team cycles bonuses that you have, the incremental that this money gets. So that's one reason they want to rank advance. The other reason I think that doesn't get mentioned a lot is the matching bonus. So as a new coach, or even as an emerald coach, you can't earn any money in matching bonus. And the way a matching bonus works is if you have a coach in your team. Oh, hi, that's me. I'm actually at my computer, so that's true. If you have an emerald coach in your team and he makes some money every week from these team cycle bonuses, well, then as a ruby level coach, you make 5% of all the money that he gets from his team cycle bonus. So that's like this nice extra paycheck. If you go back and look at the numbers at a different slide, we don't necessarily have to do that. That comes out to be about a 5 or 10% of your income. And as you get great superstars on your team, like a Jimmy or a Kobe or several people on this call, that 5% can go up to 5 or 10 or 20%. So that's another great reason why you want to rank advance yourself, so that you can qualify for more of these bonus monies. Now, as soon as you go down, that matching bonus, instead of being only 5%, goes up to 10%. So we've just talked about several different reasons why you want to sponsor, so you can rank advance and achieve these extra monies. Well, at this point, then, what I kind of like to say, and after 6 years of doing this business, every time you go 2-star, you can open up a new CBC. I have helped to sponsor 16 diamond coaches in my team, and Jimmy has a lot of the same success. And when I look back at it now, the business in itself is actually not as complicated as we always make it. So your first goal in this business, and when I went to my first Super Saturday, they weren't even called Super Saturdays then, but when I went to my first team meeting, Team Beachbody meeting, the only thing that I remembered was get to Emerald. I didn't even know what get to Emerald meant, but I just knew that I had to do that. So that's your goal as you first start out this business. Now, there's several different ways to do that, and I have a conference call that I like to give. It's called emeraldcostanalysis.com. This was a call that I did similar to your guys' crew call, but with Barbie Decker. And what she said from that call was, I need to get more emeralds on my team. So I did like the statistical numerical analysis about what it would cost if you just signed up your mom and your wife, or your husband and your father, or your son and your wife. And to do that, The statistical analysis that I came up with is you're never going to spend more than $500 to do this. And after a few months, you will have made that money back. And after a year, only assuming 20% of the people that you get as free clients actually renew their subscriptions, you'll end up with about $1,500 after your first year. So just with the numbers, this comes out to be a great advantage. And anybody that's struggling with getting to Emerald, I would encourage to listen to that call, look at the numbers, and then see if you don't have two family members in your business that you can bring into the business. With that being said, and I think this is a good slide to show for this, as you do this now, your goal is to build your 2 outside legs. So Jimmy's showing a slide here for cycle bonuses, but if you look at this, we're really just recruiting these coaches and putting them on the far outside diagonal parts of our business. You know, this is definitely not a pyramid scheme. We have a legal department that, you know, prevents all the legal wording and operations that prevents us from being that. But when you look at this slide, the way that we want you to build your business is in terms of a pyramid. I want you to build those 2 outside legs. And why do you say that? Well, if you look at the slide here and you look on what is the left side, there's one coach on the left, the second one down that has one coach on his right. And the coach right above that sponsored this guy, right there, he has this huge incentive to build his weak leg because he's already got a strong leg going. We said before that the majority of the money in this business is going to come from team cycle bonuses, and this guy has a lot of potential on his strong leg because he got a lot of volume over there, so he's going to be motivated to build the weak leg. When I started in this business, I was that same scenario, and on my strong leg, I had a really strong coach, Mike French, and his entire team, which now does about $200,000 worth of volume every week. So when I saw that kind of volume, my goal was just to build my weak leg. Now, if we all do this, and we all get motivated by that volume, we fill in the whole pyramid. So we want to get to Emerald, we want to build our 2 outside legs, and in order to make the most amount of money possible for team cycle bonuses, you want to build that weak leg. So one of the strategies that I give away is you want to put your strongest coaches, and this is always a guess, right? But you want to put your strongest coaches on the weak side because you want to add more volume to your weak leg. And then you still need to put some coaches on that strong leg, even if there's 100 over there. You need 1 over there to be Emerald, or at least 2 to be Ruby, or at least 4 to be Diamond. So what I try to say here is put the coaches that you're guessing, you know, are going to stay active but might not be great recruiters on the strong leg. So weak coaches to the strong side, strong coaches to the weak side. With doing this now, you're Emerald, you're starting to get some team cycle bonuses, and you know you're gaining momentum. Now that you're Emerald, what you want to do in this business is teach those 4 or 6 or 8 coaches that you have now how to get to Emerald. Again, like if they're struggling with it but they have family members, you can listen to emeraldcostanalysis.com. You know, just by doing the natural organic way to build this business, it's pretty easy to find 2 people. As soon as you teach 2 of your coaches to become Emerald, now you're Ruby. So you've just gotten your 2nd rank advancement. Well, I mean, you have to have 2 Emerald coaches, then 2 additional coaches, right? If you go back to that Ruby slide for just a second. Right, so if you get 2 Emerald coaches, you have the 2 greens, now you're red, but the new qualification is you have to have 2 additional coaches on your team. So you only have to sponsor 4 coaches at this point, 2 of which have to go Emerald. And you can do that because you just became Emerald, so you teach them what you learned. All right, so now that you're Ruby, what's your next step? You basically have the Emerald that you need to become Diamond. Really all we have to do from this point on is a little bit more sponsorship. So if you can add 2 more coaches on your team, now you've gone up to this Diamond rank. And you know, what I've seen in my business, and I don't know if this is true for you, Jimmy, but I've seen it kind of happen time and time again, and it gets frustrating, is some of these coaches, you know, they get up to Diamond because they want the recognition, they want to see the rank, but then they don't maintain it, or they don't keep working the business and recruiting more people. So what are some of the reasons that you want to stay Diamond? Well, number 1, right, we said your cycle bonus goes up by as much as $4 when you're Diamond. Your matching bonus now is 10% instead of 5%, so that's another great income builder. And one that doesn't get said a lot is the Diamond Coach Leads. So when you're a Diamond Coach, you can actually get free coaches from people that are enrolling as coaches online but don't have an assigned coach to them, just like in the Emerald pool, when you're an Emerald coach, you get assigned free customers. When you're a Diamond coach, you get assigned free diamonds. Now, how often does that happen? I think I see about one coach every 3 months, but one coach every 3 months is just an additional um, addition to your team, and I'm never going to say no to, building my team easy and for free, basically. And then the other thing I want to point out is the recognition at events. I think it's super important to go to Summit, because, well, maybe two reasons. Number one is that it gives you this long-term goal that makes you commit to being in the business for about a year at a time. And the second thing is, if you're going to go, well, and how much time would you spend worrying about it? I think when a new coach comes on, it's like, should I go to Summit? Should I not go to Summit? All the energy you spend thinking about if you're going to go or not, just goes away as soon as you commit to it. And then you can use the energy that you would normally just be worrying about going to Summit to go there at a higher rank or in better physical shape. Because as soon as you commit to going to Summit, you don't want to just show up as like the new coach and like fat and lazy. No, you want to celebrate Summit by getting some recognition, by being Diamond and being in the best shape after your T25 or your latest fitness program. So committing to Summit sets up these goals for you on a long-term scale and teaches you the confidence building process while you get there. I think it's so important. Right now, if you haven't already signed up for Summit, you need to do that quickly. All the rooms are selling out, so if you don't quickly become the next guest at Summit and get your room, you're going to end up staying next door at one of the other hotels, and then it's a 10-minute walk back and forth. You're going to miss all the events. So you want to be there. You want to stay at MGM. So now at this point, you've just become a Diamond coach, and you're still recruiting, right? I'm going to focus you back on priority number 2 that I listed before, which is just Success Club 5 or 10, whatever your goal is. So I want you to keep doing that. You've become a Diamond coach. I want you to keep doing the Success Club 5 or 10 every month, which is the minimum amount that you have to do to build your business. The reason that Jimmy's business is so good or my business is so good is basically just because we've stuck with Success Club 5, 10 for the last 6 years. But now that you've done that, priority number 3 is building the volume. So in this case, you're probably going to be working on your weak leg. You've got your rank advancement. You want to keep working on volume in your weak leg. But one of the best ways to build volume in this business is to bring on great coaches. And the one coach that every person in this company can sign up that they know is going to be great and amazing, or at least as great as amazing as they are, is themselves. And that happens very rarely, but it does happen when you go to 2-star. So you're in this business, you've gone through the ranks of Emerald, Ruby, Diamonds, get the extra cycle bonuses and team matching bonuses. You've got to Diamond. Now you can help teach your coaches how to get to Diamond. And when you do that, put 1 diamond on each side, now you're a 2-star Diamond coach. The advantages of that, well, number 1 is you start to get, and I'm not sure that I got to a slide for that. Okay, well, team Star Diamond bonuses. This is one of the reasons that you want to become a Star Diamond, because up until this point, everything that you've built in the team has really just been the efforts, your own efforts, or the efforts of your team. And this is kind of why, like, we all get squared away into this kind of like scarcity mentality. It's like, well, Jason has this great tool. He can only share this with his team because he wants to keep that competitive advantage over other teams. Well, that's fine and good, but as soon as you become a Star Diamond, now a good portion of your profits every month are coming from the entire team. So when you start to think like that, when you start to think abundantly, then you can share some of these tools that we've created. That's part of the reason that I've created the coaching codes, and then now I've got coachtools.org, why we come and share information on these calls, because it's not just the fruits of my own labor or my team anymore. It comes from everybody in Team Beachbody, and it's like, if we're shooting for Carl's goal, of 1 million coaches, or to be international with helping tens of millions of people, well, then we're going to need more help. And it shouldn't really be about scarcity. It should be more about abundance. But the other neat thing about being 2-star now is you get to put this new coach, who is yourself, anywhere you want in your business. And if you've developed this weak leg, it makes sense to put your second CBC in your weak leg. By doing that, every time you sell, let's say, Shakeology under your second CBC now, you're going to you're going to get that $30 commission, right? I get a $30 commission every time I sign it. But now, since your second center is on the weak leg of your first center is also going to make a team cycle bonus. So instead of just making $30, you're going to make $30 plus that $18 from being and staying a diamond coach. It gets really neat when you start to open up multiple CBCs and you can make that $30 commission and an $18 cycle bonus and an $18 cycle bonus and an $18 cycle bonus. If you do this eventually long enough, you could afford to give away Shakeology and actually make money. Now, I'm not recommending that anybody does that, but that's the way the numbers work. So I want to, again, reiterate, one of the best ways to build volume in this business is sign up a great coach, and you already know that you're a great coach. So become 2-star, and you get to enroll yourself in your business. And some people say, well, I'm just only been in this business 6 months. It's hard to find these diamond leaders. But if we go back to that Emerald Cost Analysis call, maybe the first 2 coaches that you signed up were your mom and your niece, or a real customer that you found online and your wife. Chances are, when you get your Success Club 5 every month, then you can help support your wife's account, or you can help build your dad's account. And by doing that, doing the excess over your Success Club 5 or your Success Club 10, focusing on the volume and focusing on the rank, which are your next 2 priorities, you can see how you can get to 2-star in just a matter of time. Well, from there, I kind of go on to say, well, it's cool. Now I've got this second CBC. I had 2 coaches, which, maybe one was a client, one was my mom. If I can make my second CBC go to diamond, now I'm 3-star. Now, if you can find just 2 more diamond coaches in your business who can organically build the diamond, you're talking about 5-star, and your name is up with all the other top coaches in this company. Basically, 5-star is kind of the recognition where you get, a lot more better treatment and invites to some of these meetings. So, if you've listened to all this, and again, this can be a little confusing for a new coach. And if you are a new coach, the thing to take away from this is get to Emerald. I don't even know what that is, but I have to get to Emerald. And if you're somewhere between Emerald and 2-star, we'll just shoot for the next rank advancement. I think I've given some tips and tricks for how to do that. But now that you know what to do, the real question is how to do it. And it comes through building relationships. Everybody that starts this business is different. Like, you might be into short-haired, cute actors, and you're going to sign up with a coach named like Jimmy. You might be into like long-haired, hippie-looking guys who are very analytical and ex-engineers and weird like that. And for whatever reason, then you're probably going to resonate better with me. The truth is that there's so many potential clients for this business that who you are, you can develop your own audience, and you're never going to run out of potential clients. So we're all different, and the way that you build this business is just from building relationships. I'm not sure how many people, and Jimmy, if you sent the link out for Brandy's call last week with Steve McDowell.
Oh, I haven't. No.
Okay. Well, I listened to that. Somebody else on our team page passed that around, and I was amazed at some of the tips and techniques and basically the way that she said to build this business. So right now, when I think about the best way to build a business, which comes down to recruiting and building volume, I'm looking at the example that she's setting. One of the only way to ever judge anything is based upon results. And if you look at the results that she's had in this business, I think she's only been a coach for 18 months or so.
Yeah,
and
not even 2 years.
Yeah, in the last 2 years, she's built this up to a 9-star coach. She's number 3 or 4th in the company right now for the top coach. Out of 180,000 coaches, she's number 4. So something that she's doing is working. And I don't know if you guys have the link somewhere. I'll go ahead and post it on the same page once I'm done, and I'll add some more of the slides that I wanted to present. But I would definitely take the hour or so and go back and listen to that call. But let's say you don't get to do it, right? What did I take away from it? So by all means, go and learn what she's talking about yourself. But if I can, I'll try to summarize what she says. So in the beginning of this business, really, you're starting, just like it would be starting, opening up a new McDonald's franchise. You want to talk to the people that you know that you're in business, right? So you work with this little social circle that you have. These are existing friends. If you work as a teacher, talk to the people at school. If you work as a construction worker, talk to the other guys on the job. But start with the people you know. But what you're going to find is that that circle is finite. So after a certain period of time, it's like everybody already knows what I do, and they're not excited about it. Or if they are, they've already joined the team somehow. So what you have to do is you just have to expand that circle. And I think what Brandy's done and what most of the coaches have done, if you ask the coaches, they've built 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% of their business all online. Especially somebody that's in a small town. They don't have a lot of extra people to talk to, so they start expanding to the online business. And if you look at statistics, and I get this from Steve's call, by far the biggest social media network out there is Facebook. So everybody knows about Facebook and goes on there and shouts out at the top of their head that there's they can save $20-$30 this month by buying this month's challenge pack. Well, that's great, and it's good to tell people that you're in business, but if you were overweight and you wanted to lose a few pounds, would you just say yes to the first person that said you could save $30? Well, no, it's going to be about building the relationships with that person, trusting this person, in other aspects of your lives, and then, asking them for help because you see the results they're getting. The problem comes when we do this only on Facebook. As well as I do that a good Facebook post, as great as it might be, is only going to be up there for a day or 2 days at max. A week at max if you just started. But after that week, that great post that you just put is going to go down the bottom, and just like this camera here, as soon as it goes off that screen, nobody's going to pay attention to it anymore. But I think what Brandy's done and other coaches have done is now turn to blogging. So you can do that same post on your own blog page, right? And take that blog page and point it to your Facebook. Now you're still going to get that Facebook post that you would have had anyway. Over time, that's going to go away. But what happens over here is the blog post stays. So you're building long-term business by doing this, and you can take that same blog post again and put it up on Facebook next week, and have it go through. So you can reuse some of the material over again. This is one of the things I really kick myself in the head for not doing 6 years ago, because how much social media has Jimmy and I done individually that we really just haven't saved over time. So going back to Brandy's call, and I talked to Brandy after this. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to congratulate you. It was so good, so much useful information. She's like, yeah, in fact, I gave away more information than I wanted to because Steve kind of drew it out of her. So I think every time you talk to a top coach, they're like, well, I want to share this much, but not all that other stuff. And so Brandy really tapped into that extra stuff that she didn't feel completely comfortable sharing, but I think there's a lot of great information to get out of that. So what did she say on this call? She does have a Facebook page. Her Facebook page is using the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, she just talks about her normal life. 20% of the time, she does talk about fitness. And when she talks about fitness, she refers people to her Facebook like page. On the Facebook like page, 80% of the time, she just talks about general fitness and health and health and meals and motivation. 20% of the time, she does talk about Beachbody specifically. But you see, she's never overwhelming somebody. If you're on the Facebook page, it's mostly social, a little bit fitness. If you're on the like page, it's mostly fitness, a little bit Beachbody. But never overwhelming anybody with any one aspect. One of the neat things that she does is from the like page, she always has these applications. If you look at, anybody can add Brandy or like her page and see what she has going. At the top of the page, she has all these little applications. So the way that she posts is her design is to post 3 times a day. In the morning, she likes to do a motivation post. So it's like, get up, get moving, you're going to feel better. In the middle of the day, she likes to post something about fitness results. So she'd either put her results, hey, I lost 10 pounds doing the reset, or use somebody else on her team, or Jimmy, or anybody. Jimmy had a really good idea this past week, is that he started talking about individual results of other coaches, and if you want the same sort of training that they had to get these great results, then why not become a member of our team, and I'll take you through the same sort of training. That's what Brandy's doing in that middle post every day by showing fitness results. It doesn't have to be just her results. It could be any of the great results that comes from all of Team Beachbody. And then the third post of the day, she says, is usually just kind of like a social post. A lot of times that's recipes or something weird that happened in the day. But this is the one time of the day that she actually gives the call to action. She's not doing it every day, but every other day or every third day or whenever a new product comes out, she'll say, hey, I know you've been following me for a while. I'm going to do a 7-day Shakeology challenge. If you're interested in trying these shakes, this is a great time to do it. Again, she's not overwhelming people with that, but she's giving them the solutions for the problems that they're asking. And that always comes in that evening post. Again, you could be doing this on the blog post and putting it back to the like page and floating it down to Facebook, but that's the format she's using. So with doing that, she gets people in her challenge groups, right? And as soon as you get people in your challenge groups, and actually, that's Brandy's way of doing it, but really she's just putting people in her funnel. and it's through her Facebook like page, through her blog post, and eventually some people are going to come out of the bottom of that funnel. You have to put more people in the top to get a few people out in the bottom. But when you come out of that funnel, there's really only two solutions. Is one, you're going to come out of the funnel and you're going to want to become a customer. Two, you're going to come out of the funnel and you're going to want to go right into coaching. So we have to make sure that we have good coach training, and you want to train everything that we just talked about today. But you can do that because you've already been through that path. By all means, if you're part of a great team like the crew, I'm sure they have training resources available and you can tap into those. But if not, just teach what you learned. The second option coming out of the funnel is that you want to become a customer. So if you're going to become a customer, we're going to put you in one of our challenge groups. In fact, I think what happens to me most often is somebody either wants to try a fitness program or they want to try Shakeology. And whichever it is, I convince them, or I tell them that because of they're buying something in combination, they're going to get a better deal. And if they're doing a fitness program, they want to focus on their nutrition. If they're interested in trying Shakeology, why not for an extra $20 or $30, they can get into the entry-level fitness program and see more weight come off because they're doing nutrition and fitness. So it's pretty easy to upgrade any customer into a challenge pack. And a lot of times I don't even use the word challenge pack because who wants a huge challenge? What we want is we want to get things in combination for a discount. So a lot of times I'll say you buy a combo pack. As soon as the customer has agreed to buy a combo pack, then what you can do is just tell them the advantage of becoming a coach. So I usually say something like, well, now that you've agreed to buy the combo pack, and I usually don't even bring this up, but since you bought the combo pack, the company offers a one-time deal to get our discount membership for free. Now, I think a lot of times in Beachbody they said don't promote the discount membership because you can make more from commissions than you do by team cycle bonus, right? A commission is 30, a team cycle bonus is 18. But that's short-sighted, saying that coach is only going to stay active themselves and not recruit their own team. As soon as you believe that coach has potential to recruit somebody else or sell any other products, now it's going to be even playing field. So I tend to want to have more coaches than I do more clients because they have potential to be more income. With that being said, I say you're getting the opportunity to get this $50 discount membership for free. And our discount membership works very similar to a Sam's Club or a Costco. When you buy the discount membership, you save money on every future product that you purchase. In fact, our discount membership is a little bit cooler because if you ever tell somebody about one of our products and they go in to purchase it, we give you a small commission. So the real question is, do you have any influence over your peers? Are you the type of person that goes to work and talks about a new movie and then everybody else wants to go see it? When you find like some new restaurant and you talk about it, do other people want to go to it? Because if that's your experience, it makes sense to get this free $50 value, this discount membership now, and then long term it could turn out to be even more. So I'm not putting any pressure on that, but when I introduce the coaching opportunity as like this non-pressure situation where they're just saving more money long term, and you can even break this down per month. If their program is 3 months, they're going to need Shakeology for 3 months. So just show them how the discount works as a coach over those 3 months. They're going to save $30, $60, $90. It makes sense to become a coach to get that extra savings. So with that being said, I've been using that as I do challenge groups, and that's what they say for everybody is to do challenge groups. And with that, I'm seeing a 75 to 80% ratio of the people that have already decided to do a challenge group upgrade to coach. And if you guys were getting the 70 to 80% success ratio like that, what would that mean for your businesses? So I'm looking at the time here, and I know Jimmy kind of had a hard limit at 6 o'clock, so that's basically what I had anyway. We've kind of covered the full gamut. We've talked about, why do you want to do rank advancements and how to get them? It comes down to the money aspects. Business is easy to build. You get to Emerald, teach how to go Emerald. You get to Diamond, teach how to go Diamond. Use Emerald cost analysis if you need help recruiting some extra coaches. Get a couple family members on the team, and after you get your Success Club 5 every month, then help your family members get to Diamond 2, and you become a 2-star. Now you make even more money in the company. How do you build this business? Use social media, stuff like Facebook, stuff like the like page, stuff like a blog that's going to stay around forever, and recruit people into it. And work with like people that are like you. And in doing that, talk to the customers that are excited about this, upgrade them to challenge packs, and then show them the advantages of becoming a coach. that's what I've done. It seemed to work for me. I really appreciate your guys' time on this call, and hopefully, like, you can take some of that to heart and make it work in your own businesses.
Dude, that was awesome. And we had almost this exact conversation just in passing, guys, when I was staying at Jason's last week while I was out there shooting a video with corporate. And even though I've already had this conversation with him, I've literally taken 3 pages of notes here. So I hope you took advantage of it as well. I hope that you'll take the time, reach out to Jason, tell him, A, how much you appreciated this. And just, I would love for you guys to just give him a testimony, whether it's on his Facebook page or whatever, just saying, what you activated, and how it's impacted your business. And I know that would just be a great way to thank him for his time and his expertise. Jason, always, man, I always learn something when we sit down and chit chat. So, and it was a good reminder from our conversation less than a week ago as well. So, guys, that's,
I appreciate that opportunity. And like Jimmy said, if you took away one thing from this call, or you can just write that you didn't like the call because my bedroom's ugly. I agree with that. But I would ask that you go to the blog post that we talked about where it has these slides, and I'm going to finish doing the rest of the slides for the call that I didn't really have time to finish before this, and I'm going to post a link to Brandy's page. And just if there's something that you learned or you're taking away from this call, just put a post up on there, and all you have to do is have a Facebook page, and it comes through that way too. So I'd ask that you do that. But thank you again for the opportunity.
Awesome, man. Thank you, guys. That's the call tonight. Sorry we have to wrap up early. I would love to hear your feedback on the crew wall. Give Jason a thank you. Please leave comments on that blog post. We'll make sure that page.
Answer questions.
Yeah, and he can answer questions there as well. So we'll make sure that page, maybe John, if you can take care of that, is posted on the crew wall. We'll also get you that Emerald Call link as well. So, Jason, thank you, my friend. Until next time, we'll chit-chat.
Bye, crew.
Take care.